As you know, I run a couple of different YouTube channels. I have one that's totally dedicated to fishing in the outdoors, that's Lubaka Video. I have another one, Lubo Antonov, which is dedicated to healthy living, massage therapy, fitness, and cooking. And this one is BulgarianAlien. This one's dedicated to little life hacks, to tracing what's going on with different successful and not so successful people. Unfortunately, in this episode, I'll be talking a very unsuccessful operation, and this was a nightmare that we had with ordered appliance from the Lake Delton Home Depot. Now, I do understand that rants aren't a popular thing, and I'll try to keep it not so ranty as it should be. So, the backstory. Before I begin, if you haven't so far, please drop down, subscribe. There's a little subscribe button with a little bell icon on the side. This will help you get updated on every time I add different content. It's not usually rants, let me assure you of that. So we're trying to renew. This house isn't super new, so we've had a dishwasher that's been in the house since we got it. And we went Home Depot, we placed an order. We ordered a Whirlpool appliance, which comes with a free delivery. So I had to pay for installation and an installation kit, appliance removal, and we wanted to add 2 more appliances to be removed from a previous order. So we had 1 more washer and a dryer that needed to be removed. Now, I do understand not always the clerks that do the sales are as qualified as they need to be, and they aren't trained to do custom orders. It was on a Sunday night. I couldn't expect a lot from the young gentleman that helped me. He was very helpful as far as he could be. He tried to add the 2 additional appliances, but every time he would try to add it in the computer screen, it will throw in 2 additional installations and 2 additional installation kits. So obviously he didn't want to overcharge me. He admitted he wasn't ready to help me at the time. I paid for the delivery, I paid for the installation, and I paid for my appliance. We said that we're gonna add the additional needed services at a later time. I'm on the road, I'm an over-road trucker, so I was gone. We have a little toddler at home and a little newborn, 2 months old. My wife is alone at home, so I was expecting when they scheduled the delivery and installation for Friday, which was Friday the 13th, unfortunately, that I wouldn't have to worry about anything. On the day before, Friday 13th, I received a robocall from RSI Janesville, and they scheduled the delivery between 3 and 6 p.m. on Friday the 13th. And I was supposed to confirm that. It was supposed to be a not reschedulable deal. It was a set deal. So Friday morning, I received a call from a gentleman. I'm assuming it was either Matt or Tommy, one of the 2 delivery persons who showed up in the door. And they asked to come in early. I was happy that the job could be done earlier. I just told them to call my wife so they could confirm with her. I'm reminding you, at that time I'm in Texas, so there's nothing I can do over the phone. The 2 gentlemen arrive, and immediately there starts to be a little attitude from the one. I'm not sure if it's Tommy or Matt, one of the 2. Anyways, he starts slamming doors and says that all they were supposed to do is deliver and haul away appliances. So I asked my wife to put me on the phone with him and explain to them that I've paid for additional haul away of 2 more appliances and installation. Obviously, I'm not going to expect my wife with the 2 kids to do the installation herself or wait with the dishwasher in the middle of the living room until I come back from the road. They said that there wasn't any time allocated in their slot to do the installation because it's going to take about 25 minutes. Now, again, I'm reminding you, I was supposed to have a delivery between 3 and 6, and I accommodated them to come earlier so they could go on with their days. Obviously, they had plans for the Friday. I understand. Everybody can do what they want, and this is why we work together. Not in this case. What happened was they decided that that's not going to happen. The first thing that they did, they dropped off the dishwasher, the new one, and started trying to remove the old one, stripped the screws on the old one and said that the screws were stripped so they would not be able to do it because they don't have adequate tools. Now tell me of a handyman that's contracted for Home Depot, which is one of the biggest retailers in the nation, and doesn't have the tools to remove a freaking dishwasher. Anyways, they told us to find a different contractor to remove the screws so they could come back and do it at another time that they already had planned ahead. It would have been Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So over the weekend we're supposed to be without a old dishwasher, without a new dishwasher. It wouldn't be installed, and I'm gone. I told my wife not to accept the order, not to sign anything. I wanted to talk to them. And what they started doing was calling back Home Depot, calling their supervisors, and just confirming that my wife has poor understanding of what they're trying to explain to her. Just because we have an accent doesn't mean that we're less intelligent. It was super, super, super mean. Very unprofessional. I had probably I had two different supervisors call me and a service manager call me to try to settle things, just because they realized that on the one hand, initially setting up the order was a mistake on their part. They didn't do it right to begin with. And secondly, their contractors were unprofessional enough to not do the job that they were contracted to do. Now, I will see how this whole thing transpires. I've been a customer for Home Depot for over 18 years now. It is very, very unprofessional, very disappointing for the biggest retailer in the nation for appliances, and having to contract people who don't want to do the job that they're supposed to be doing. And the worst part of all, these people try to make everybody else look inferior. If you don't want to do a job that you are getting paid to do, I don't know, look for a different line of work. You are in customer service, we're paying for your services. If you don't want to do these services, I don't know, retire. Let me know what you think. RSI is a nationwide company too. They're located out of Elkhart, Indiana. This local office is in Janesville. I will post links, information. I will dox these people as much as I can so that you can realize what we have been dealing with. And if you want to let them know what you think, if you've had a similar experience, please let me know in the comments below. I'm not going to let this stand. This is just ugly. It's insulting to people who are trying to do things right and are getting treated as crap. Again, sorry for the rant. That's all I have for today. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that bell button. Like I said, not all is so gloomy. Things are good. Although we've had bad luck. I mean, I broke down in Texas, came empty to Illinois, took a car from a friend. That broke down by Madison in the biggest snowstorm ever. But I'm home safe. I will help with what I can before I leave back on the road. I will insist to be here tomorrow, and hopefully they'll show up and I'll meet them face to face and see if they're so tough and mean when I'm here again. It's not fair to treat anybody like this. It doesn't have to be because we're foreigners. It doesn't have to be because somebody is of a different descent, a different educational level or whatnot. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's unbecoming of a professional. And especially two huge companies, Home Depot and RSI, that have such huge tradition and have had the respect and the rapport from so many years of so many customers, to have us dealing with this, that's I'm lost for words for once. I'm out of here. You guys be safe. Hopefully this winter will let up and will let us enjoy the outdoors sooner than later. And have fun. Be healthy out there and do what you love, because life's too short. Lubaka is out.